Good morning, everyone. I am Abhay Fogart. Once again, I will welcome you all in today's workshop, Thrive at B School, present to you by Grad Partners. Thrive at B School is a series of interactive sessions where we deep dive into MBA experience across top Indian B schools. So today is our last workshop of this series. In session 5, we have Siddha Deshmukh from IIM Raipur, Chirayu from IIM Rohtak, Aayushi Dave from MICA, Yogesh from IIM Indore, and Vishal from IIM Sambhalpur. Each one of them will walk us through their complete B school journey. We will be talking about academics, summer internship preparation, clubs and committees, and much more. So let's get started. Let's start with the introduction first. Siddha, would you like to go ahead?
Sure, Abhay. Hi everyone, I'm Siddha Deshmukh. I come from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I'm a computer science engineer and I joined MBA as a fresher. And the SIP company that I was part of was Maersk Line Limited, which is a transportation and logistics company. And the FP company that I'm currently working in is Mphasis, which is an IT services company. Coming to the clubs and committee, I was a part of the placement committee, and that is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Chirayu, would you like to tell audience about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Chirayu Puri, as you might know. I'm from IIM Rohtak. I come from a small town named Itarsi, which is in Madhya Pradesh. Uh, in SIP, I was a part of Deshmukh, an edtech company, which is an edtech startup, Deshmukh Private Limited. So the role was the sales, and I was a part of placement preparation committee at IIM Rohtak. And currently, I'm placed in Kotak Mahindra Prime Limited, which is a BFSI company. So that's about me.
Great, Chirayu. Ayushi, we would like to hear about you as well.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Aayushi. I currently work at Accenture Strategy, and I was a student at MICA previously, and I was in the student council during my first year.
Yeah, moving on to Yogesh. Yogesh, could you tell about yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone, and congratulations, first of all, in making it to the most exciting journey of yours. So I'm Yogesh, and I am pass out of IIM Indore from batch of 21-23. Uh, I did my SIP at Kotak Mahindra Bank in corporate banking department. For clubs and committee, I was a part of an cultural committee, IRIS, where I used to manage the operations. And when I come into my achievements, I have participated in lots of case competition, and I have won like 13 significant positions in different case competition. I was the national winner for the L'Oreal Brandstorm 2022, then national finalist of Amazon Ace, I guess GB Game Plan, Samsung Edge Governance Challenge done by Samagra. And also, I was nominated or selected as the top 100 B school leaders for the year of 23 by Forbes India and Unstopped in collaboration. So that's about me. Thank you, guys.
Great achievements, Yogesh. Vishal, could you tell audience about yourself?
Yeah. Hi everyone. Good morning. Good morning to all. My name is Vishal Sadhu. I belong to Durgapur in West Bengal. So my background is a bit unconventional. I did my BSc Agriculture from Banaras Hindu University, and then after that I pursued MBA from IIM Sambhalpur from 22-24 batch. So as far my SIP goes, I did my SIP in ICICI Bank, and fortunate enough to got a PPO and currently working as a manager in wholesale banking group in ICICI Bank. So that's about me.
So let's start with our first section, talking about the first 3 months of your respective B school. So in that, you can tell about what happens in the first month, second month, and third month, how to manage academics parallelly while preparing for SIP, and what are some tips and tricks that you would like to share with the audience. So we would like to hear from Siddha first.
So first 3 months are the most tricky, I would say. There are multiple things happening at once, going from the club and committee selection process to the SIP preparations and the companies starting to come in, along with the first trimester, that is the academics coming head on. So the key thing would be, because in an MBA school everything will be happening at once, it won't be happening like in a different way. So that key thing would be to manage everything in such a way, like devote certain time and process, because everything going from SIP preparations, starting the preparations a bit early on, be it be certain assessments that are there or certain basic HR questions that you can handle without the academics part of it. Since SIPs are mostly concerned with either your previous work ex or your CV, or what you have in your CV generally, not much of the studies that are taught here, because it's hardly been a month or two that you're in campus. So they mostly focus on your previous achievements or your previous work experience or the pointers that you already have in your CV. So building your CV and just being thorough with it is the way to go. Yeah, that is what I would like to suggest.
Anything, since you are from placement committee, anything you would like to share about the SIP process in IIM Raipur?
The SIP process in Raipur starts pretty early on. Our college starts in July mid, and start of April we have the first SIP companies coming in, and they come in continuously. Like there's no stoppage between them, like one after the other. So just not procrastinating and not waiting like I'll start after this, I'll start after a while, I'll complete this and then I'll start. So just being really, really proactive with your approach and being prepared and not wasting a lot of time, because you take a lot of time with your CV also and preparing the CV also, which is a long and elongated process. So just being thorough and proactive with it.
Thanks, Siddha. Now we would like to hear from Chirayu regarding the first 3 months and what is the journey. How was your journey in IIM Rohtak?
Yeah, so firstly, first 3 months are kind of you'll be like, what is this chaos? Like, why is there so little time for us? And there are so many things to do. Because in the first 3 months, first you'll have induction. So in our college, there was an induction program for the first week itself. So in the first week, we were supposed to uh, do presentations every night. So the presentations will start at around 10:30 or 11, and it will end at 1 or 1:30. So you'll be like, what is this happening? Why are there things going on after 12 p.m. at night? So that will be one thing. So there were a few people who could not take it. So this is the time where when you're supposed to uh, make yourself believe that you'll get through this. The first 2 or 3 months they are hectic because apart from induction, there are placement, there are committees and clubs selection process. So there also, if you've applied to 2 or 3 such clubs and committees, then you'll have process for that along with the induction, along with the curricular activity, along with the classes that you're facing. So you'll have to read the case studies every day. You have to do the basic preparation for each classes. So all of these things are new for you, and which is why you'll find somewhat difficult for you to take it. And after 1 month, the SIP, the summer intention companies will start coming up. So the process that will also start. Preparation sessions for that will start. Guest lectures will be there. So yeah, like 3 months, you'll be like, how can I take it? But if you spend those 3 months, you'll get used to the entire process. And one thing I would say, that try to make your 2 years, entire 2 years of MBA, the same way like the first 3 months were, because uh, you're supposed to be busy. You're supposed to keep yourself busy with everything. If you've done with the summer internship process, you've selected one company, start taking up live projects, start taking up internships that you would do in the college itself. And if you are in such a phase wherein you're thinking that how do I not have so much time and so many things to do, yeah, then you are in a right place. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that was from my end.
Thanks, Chirayu. Now we'll move to MICA. Ayushi, would you like to tell about your journey?
Sure. So MICA starts off with like a 1 week induction program, sort of, and MICA is known for its marketing focus. But right now, since it's expanding its focus to other sort of domains as well, like finance and a lot of operations and supply chain, it they focus on a lot of subjects where they teach you the basics. Like they will not only teach you like the focus skills that you need for the next 2 years, they will also teach you soft skills. Like there are sessions where you learn design thinking, there are sessions where you learn how to make your ppts, how to operate excel in like a better way, and all of that. So other than that, like MICA is very open in the sense that the professors are extremely helpful. You can go to them at any point. There's no sort of restrictions on, oh, you can't approach the professors right at the beginning or anything. There's nothing like that. And there are certain like professors or visiting faculties who will also offer live projects, so you should, like Chirayu said, do that as well. Summer internship processes start around September. um, yeah, I mean, there's like, they will help you build your cv, they will help you polish your skills of how to present yourself, how to talk, how to sort of line up your achievements in a way that it makes the most impact, and how to like format your cv in a way that it passes through the screening processes. So that's one thing.
Ayushi, since you talked about marketing, most of the students have this doubt how to build profile in marketing. And second, what kind of certification they should do right now so that they will get shortlists.
So when I say it's marketing focused, I mean right from the first year. Like while there are general sort of topics of finance and accounting, most of the stuff will be focused on marketing. Like we have like one subject called marketing communications, which sort of frames the next 2 years for us. And then there's also a lot of UI UX thought processes. We have those kind of subjects. We have like social media, how to run campaigns, how to achieve the maximum ROI. We have those sort of subjects as well. So when you're talking about certifications, MICA in and of itself is more than enough. But if you do want to do external certifications, you can always ask the seniors over there, and they'll guide you to the most recent ones.
Thanks, Ayushi. Now we'll ask Yogesh to highlight his journey of first 3 months in IIM Indore.
Sure, Abhay. So one word to describe my journey was overwhelming. So I didn't had any background before going into MBA. I just passed out my BTech. Okay, and then I was like, okay, I have just given CAT and I was not prepared to go for MBA, right? I got a good rank and I got a good number. So I got a good college. So I went. It was very random. I didn't talk to any seniors. I just went there, and it was like, what is happening? Why am I running here and there? It's like a game happening, clash of clan. I'm going sometime in the placement committee talk, then sometime I'm sitting and completing my assignments in between doing all the classes. And in Amindor, in the first year you'll have all the scheduled classes. In the second year it becomes little light, because you have your own electives and you can go and have your classes during that time, but you have to sit from like 9 to 5 in the classes when you're in the first year. And then apart from that, of course, the placement committee talks will happen for your summer internship. So it was kind of overwhelming for me. Okay, so what I understood, like what worked out for me better in those 3 months, or what mistakes I made which I should not have done, so that my summer placement was more smoother. So basically, first you need to understand what is the rule of this game. Okay, you need to understand how the B school operates. It operates on academics, credits, grading, placement rule. All those things you should have a prior understanding before you are going into an MBA college. Understand from your seniors, talk to alumni, attend alumni sessions, like this is one of them. Then know what clubs and committee and what kind of case competition you want to participate. See, everybody cannot excel in everything. You can either choose your own expertise, either it be it going for a good club that interests you, or going and working on the case competition which actually makes you a problem solver, or just being the part of any events like that. So you need to understand what is the cup of tea for you. Then the other thing would be network as much as possible. Don't just talk to your roommate or people who are living in your floor. Go and talk to a new person every day. Engage across diversity. Like there are people in the college who come from engineering background, CA background, freshers, work ex. go and interact with them, understand what are the challenges they are facing here. They might not be similar as yours, and build genuine relationships. That is something that is going to help you when you come out of your MBA schools, right? And the last thing that I would like to say is, try everything once, give it a try, even if it is like, try out clubs, be a part of it. So I have been a very active participant of clubs and committee in my BTech time. So I was like, I'll relax this year and I'll focus on something else, because I have done that already. So let's focus on something else. So I was also figuring out, should I focus more on live projects, should I focus more on case competitions? Then first of all, I eliminated clubs because I have done that a lot. So that's why I was not focused in clubs. So you need to understand, to try understand to what is your thing, after trying everything once at least. And then reflect on yourself. What did you enjoy most? What is adding more value to your personality and development? So yeah, all in all, this is something that I wanted to give. Yeah.
So very, very detailed you have described this. So now moving on to Vishal. Vishal, could you highlight the first 3 months journey of yours in IIM Sambhalpur?
Yeah. Thank you, Abhay. Thank you, Abhay. So, first 3 months, I would to like to start with discovering yourself. So, you are coming from a either from a BTech background where you meet a like-minded set of people belonging to the science background, or a BCom background in a BCom college where you belong to like-minded set of people focusing on commerce and all. So when you jump into MBA, it's a different field game at all. So you people from various backgrounds come in together. They have their different mindset, different things, different perspectives of looking into things. So when you jump into the college, you first mix with everyone, not to just isolate yourself and just mix with everyone. Just interact with people that from which background they are coming from, and how is their life going on. Means have they done any prior work ex or all? Since I am a fresher, so I used to interact with seniors, like how is the life in MBA and all. So after that comes the induction part. So right, you join the college during after the admission time. Mail starts coming for the induction, that you will have a session from 10 p.m. onwards from the seniors. You need to wear business formals. Then formals started coming into your wardrobe and all. So everything just comes in, and then you attend the induction along with your classes. Now classes starts right from 8 o'clock. It runs till late night. After that late night, you get an half an hour break for your dinner. Then you jump onto the induction sessions where it goes on to 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Give presentations and all. You will be divided into various groups. And the best thing is that the groups that the seniors make, they for all the clubs and committees induction, the groups are different. Like that's how networking starts. Like you for say a placement committee participation group, it's a different set of people. Like from cultural committee participation group, it's a different set of people. So the induction is scheduled in such a way that you learn networking throughout the way. After that, during the coming to the SIP part, so in IIM Sambhalpur, the SIP starts right from the day you enter the college. Company starts coming in. So first company was ICICI Bank, unfortunately. So I didn't have personally much time to pump into my CV pointers enough and everything. So I had a CV. I did whatever I did in my past BS agriculture things. I wrote it and everything, and then I submitted. I fortunately got a interview call. Then I started reading about the companies and all. It was means I was in a blank state, that what to say, what to. Yeah, so fortunately I got selected. And after that, coming next in the SIP process for IIM Sambhalpur, it's we get into the college into July, and the company starts coming into August and all. So first company, it was ICICI. My placement internship got done around second week of August. After that comes into the academics part. So coming from a science background or all, you are not familiar with the commerce subject or the economic subject. So you need to, I would suggest that first 1 2 months just focus onto your academics. I know clubs and committees will be important. So I was fortunately a part of the career development committee. So there are two committees in IIM Sambhalpur. One is the placement committee, which looks into the external hiring managers part, and one is the career development committee, which looks into the group of students, like for the first year as well as the second year, for their placement preparation and all. So, right, I used to manage all the 520 CVs. CVs comes in day in day out, so they all the means verification that whether these you have the relevant work ex and all. So I need to go through that, and apart from that, I need to organize sessions like for various external sessions for placement participation and all. So that's how my clubs and committees part. And I was for the first 2 3 months I was particularly focused on the academics front. So I need to gel myself with all the accounting and the economic subjects, so which I was not familiar with. After, because my internship was done, and after that, coming into, since I was a fresher, I was looking more into live projects and all. So placement committee gives out opportunities, like you can participate in live projects, you can do some activities like that. So participate into live projects, then into case competitions. I was fortunately while coming, so ABFRL, Aditya Birla Fashion, so they introduced their case competition in 2022 only, and I was fortunate to be the national finalist of that. So it was a good start in the case competition part as well. And after that, it goes on like different case competition, different genres, different types of approaches, and all. So that was about the 3 months and the post 3 months as well.
I think students have understood everything now for Sambhalpur for first 3 months. So now we'll go ahead with the second section, which is clubs and committee. In this, we'll talk about the committee you were a part of in during your MBA days, and what committees do you think will be good for the students who are joining. And if you want to highlight like the selection process of that committee, you can go ahead with that. So again, we'll start with Siddha first, and I'm sure people would be interested in knowing the hiring process of placement committee.
Yeah, so coming to clubs and committees, I did not I joined IIM Raipur a bit late, so the first interaction that I had with placement committee was on day one itself. They send out like really ominous emails in the middle of the night to assemble at a particular place, and then they had the briefing and the whole selection process start. So our selection process went on for 26 days, going on from around 10 p.m. to sometimes 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And it was a bit taxing, but I think the committee has given me some friends that I would cherish for life. So, and a lot of opportunities as well. Like there are certain insider information that you are only private to. So that is what I had sort of access to. That is what I enjoyed. And also the seniors that are there, since you're not interacting with the batch as much, you develop a really close bond with your seniors that are present. So a lot of information that you receive from them and a lot of personal guidance that you receive from them, that was helpful for me, since I also joined as a fresher. So I was also looking for someone who would be able to guide me properly. So the set of seniors that I would interact with, or the information that I had, or I needed sort of like an insider edge. Being a fresher, I felt like I was at a disadvantage as compared to the people with work experience. So that is one of my main reasons that I opted for the selection process. So the purpose that I wanted the committee to have, so I got great friends, I got a great SIP, FP. So I was happy with it. But it is a bit taxing. It gets tiring. First year is absolutely crazy. You get no amount of sleep. You're roaming here and there between classes and preparing guest lectures. We don't, IIM Raipur does not have a separate committee for preparation and for placements. So everything combined is on to us. So you have to do everything. You have to organize guest lectures. You have to bring SIP companies. You have to assist the seniors in bringing FP companies. So it is a lot of pressure, but it is worth it. That is what I would say.
Great. I think you have detailed told about placement committee. So now we'll move to Chirayu. So would you like to highlight IIM Rohtak clubs and committees?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, I was a part of this one preparation committee. Also, from what I understood from Vishal, I think we were in the same committee in our respective colleges. So we again used to help students prepare for the placement related activities. So in IIM Rohtak, the placement thing is divided into three committees. So one is placement committee that would hire, uh, that would talk to the companies which will be onboarding for SIP and final placement. Second was industrial relation committee, so the one which will be organizing the guest lectures for various companies, and the third was us, the placement preparation committee, the one which will look after the preparatory activities. So the selection process, I would say my selection was process was not that great, but still somehow I got onto the ones committee, which was doing a fair amount of work. So uh, you will learn a lot from whatever you will be doing in your respective committees, clubs or committees, whichever you join. So there are things that you now get to understand that, okay, at least we know these certain things. So let's say you're supposed to arrange any meet on some place, or there are a lot of things. So in our respective committee, there were various verticals for different activities. So we would learn a new thing every 2 or 3 months. So we'll be rotating through those verticals, and that was a great thing. Secondly, the clubs and committees that you will be joining, it is also a community for you. So you'll be partying with those friends. You'll meet new people, obviously, and you would be making connections via different groups. Like Yogesh said earlier, that you'll be rotated in different groups in your class groups, your induction program groups, but those would only restrict you to your certain batch. But when you're a part of clubs and committees, you would also be able to connect with the senior batch, which is otherwise not very possible. So it is an important thing. So when you talk to seniors, you look at your future. So they'll be letting you know what will come next, how you should be prepared for the next thing which comes in front of you. So it's always helpful to connect with the seniors. And yeah, even in clubs and committees, you will be knowing that there are people who the clubs and committees will let go. So you're supposed to survive in that as well, and then move on to the senior team. So it is somewhat an experience that you might also feel after you've completed your MBA. So I think that is also an insightful journey. So try to be a part of any committee, and that will again keep you busy with some things or the other.
Thanks, Chirayu. Now we'll ask Ayushi to highlight the MICA clubs and committees part.
Sure. So I was a part of the student council at MICA, and I was a part of the junior student council basically. So there's a junior and a senior student council. The junior student council is basically formed to address the concerns of the first year batch, to sort of liaise between them and the administration, or between the seniors, and ensure that everything is just okay for everybody and to see that nobody's having any problems. The student council is an election, so the entire junior batch votes for who they want to represent the the sort of cohort. And other than that, there are a lot of other committees at MICA. There's a committee for fests, there's a committee for the cultural events, there's also, of course, the PlaceCom, and there's a TEDx committee. And I know I'm forgetting quite a few at this point, because I think there were around 18 at the time when I was in the batch. But of course, it's a great experience to be a part of a committee. And the thing at MICA is, like, if you sort of want to do a next committee in the future, then that's also very possible. It's not like you have to stick to one committee for 2 years. Other than that, being a part of a committee is a good way to sort of round out your CV if you're coming in as a fresher, or if you're even coming in with work experience in a different domain. Like, not everybody at MICA comes from a marketing background. Like, I came from I was working at Nielsen for 2 years. So when I was appearing for my Disney interview for summers, they also asked me, like, why did I choose this committee, or what has it added to sort of the marketing domain for me. or how has it helped to round out my CV or my personality as such. So that's a good sort of way to fill in the gaps between what you have to present of yourself in your processes. And also, if case competitions are not your thing, because it's possible it's not everybody's thing, right? So a committee and life projects would sort of fill in those gaps.
Great. Now we'll ask Yogesh to highlight from IIM Indore's perspective.
Sure, sure. So I was the part of the IRIS committee, which was basically the cultural committee of our college, which was more into doing activities and fun things. And then I was into the operations, and I mildly participated in these club activities. But what I can tell you about the IIM Indore club and committee culture, you have a wide range of clubs and committee. For whatever interest you'll have find your match over there, and you can get selected. So generally the selection process here has three stages. First, seniors ask for a submission. It can be a case or it can be a document which is in reference to what is the committee about. Like an alumni committee might give you a task to collect some of the alumni information, talk to them, and then submit the same as a submission. So based on that, you get your shortlist, and then you have your GD round, where you generally four or five people will interact in front of the senior, and basis that they will select you for the interview round. So generally the club and committee prepares you for the placement that is going to come. So that is one good thing that I liked about the clubs and committee. Yeah, so that's all.
Thanks, Yogesh. Now we'll ask Vishal from IIM Sambhalpur perspective.
Um, sure, sure. So I was a part of career development committee. So career development committee is a part of the placement committee. So the process happens in tandem with the placement committee only, and the people are divided into two parts. One who looks into bringing in new companies and all, and the external front, and another is the internal front who handles the preparation of CVs and all for the students. So the main reason I was a part of the career development committee, I choose to be a part of the career development committee was because I need to focus on my academics. Because I knew that it was to be a hectic part of the placement committee, but yeah, so means at times I can't give time to academics and all. But in career development committee, life was a bit simpler. You take part of the students, you handle the students and all, so it was a bit simpler, and subsequently I got to gel with everyone, means like from seniors and all to each one of my batchmen, looking into their CVs, helping them. Okay, these points are missing. You need to get the certifications done. You can do all this to improve your CV, organizing this lectures or some kind of sessions, placement prep sessions, getting career guidance, and also that was the overall crux of the career development committee as a whole. And I was also a part of the literary committee. So there is a literary club in our college which looks into the activities of literary activities of the clubs. So I was a part of that too. Coming to the different clubs and committees in IIM Sambhalpur, so as in other B schools, and also there are array of clubs and committees which are present, and students can get into any clubs and committees depending on the selection process. So the selection process for placement committee, for me it was 10 round selection process, where different kind of activities was done. Grilling was done. Last round was entirely a grilled session by the seniors. So entirely how you do, if you falter, means if you give a different response, then you are out of the placement committee. So you need to be very much in a hold of your statement which you are saying. So that's how it's a very good thing actually. Like you need to get a hold of your words. Like you will be representing your college in front of HRs and all. So you need to get a hold of your words, how you represent the institute. So that was a good learning during the selection process, and also that's about the clubs and committees in Amsterdam.
Thanks, Vishal. Now we'll go ahead with the Q&A. So first question, I would like to ask Vishal, only since you are a part of career development committee. So majority of the students would like to have live projects during their MBA journey. So how they can get the live project in first year?
So coming to the live project part, so see live projects you can either placement committee floats a various of live projects. So either you can apply through that, go through the selection process and all, or while joining the college, you will have a LinkedIn profile. You can go to different websites like Unstop, like Grad Partners, where you will get different opportunities also. Like in Unstop, there are various opportunities you can do offline intern means online internship. Sorry, so you can participate in that. You can get some pointers to pump in your CV. You can get some stipend also, so that will be a good for you. And apart coming to the live projects, placement committee will also float in along with you can connect with your professors also. So in our college there was an economics professor who used to get in touch with Niti Aayog. So he helped us in getting few of the live projects from the Indian government also. So that's how you get into the live projects, but mostly live projects will be floated in by the placement committees, and also you can get it from Unstop website, Grad Partners, LinkedIn, where there will be various opportunities where you can just go and participate and just get selected and then build some pointers to get in your CV. That's all.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you for highlighting. I would just like to add one thing that yes, Grad Partners is looking for campus associates from different B schools. So you can also apply for any internship or live project on our website, and we will surely take your application and consider that. So now moving on to the next question, I would like to ask Siddha this question: how do the classes in first term different from undergraduate classes? MBA classes different from undergraduation.
So, under graduation, you are in a stream of your choosing. You know what you're going to do. MBA first year is a mix of everything. You have marketing classes, you have IT classes, you have operations, you have human resources, and you don't get to choose what classes you're part of. You just have the basic requirements and basic. It's just basics of everything. Like you have some basics of marketing, you have some basics of a different subject. So it's to give you an overall representation of all the fields so that you can answer better in your SIP. You can because you have not chosen your specialization yet. So if you appear for a marketing SIP, you get to have a little perspective of marketing in your first year classes so that you're able to answer that. If you want to sideways also apply for an operations SIP, you also have a bit of background to apply to it. So it's a cover of all the basics of every subject, so you're able to grasp the basics of everything, and then you can make an informed decision about your second year specialization on the basis of those classes.
So one more question, I think it would be very relevant for you only. Are college committees toxic? Right? Or is it just a myth?
Like they are good only. I liked my I liked my experience personally. It is very draining, but we had a lot of fun. We had a good set of people. We got to party a lot after the first year was over. So you have to take your wins. You can't have everything together. You have to work a lot in certain committees. And but if you're not working in committees, you're working on case comps. You're working on something. So
Hmm.
you just have to choose what you work on. So everything is just taxing and everything is a bit toxic, but it's okay. You get some perks.
Thank you, Siddha. Now, I would like to ask Chirayu this question since you are a part of placement preparation committee. So in SIP process, how can one student make himself or herself apart from the other students?
So yeah, in the first year, what you would understand is that for especially for the freshers, so the ones who have work ex, they're only standing apart. There are they, but for freshers, you would realize that people are not that prepared for SIP. So how you can stand apart? Start preparing for it early on itself. So you'll be preparing for group discussions. Try to so there will be some sessions which will be arranged by the preparation committee itself, so participate in those. Do group discussions among your friends as well, so prepare for it will all come from practice itself. So you'll be preparing for group discussions, uh, prepare for the interview sessions. You'll be preparing for your CV itself. Live projects. Why are we asking you to take up as many live projects as you want as you can? because those will only add to your CV. So do as many live projects. There, it's relevant for both work-ex people and non-work-ex people as well. So start doing this as early on as you can, as possible. So group discussion, interview preparation. You can do mock interviews amongst your friends as well. So they'll be grilling you and these things. And yeah, so once you are done with these things, as and when the companies would start coming in for SIP process, study for those companies as well. So you'll be thoroughly prepared for any question from that particular company also. So uh, be prepared for everything. Once you're prepared, you'll be confident, and the confidence is the only thing that sets you apart from other people. So which is what I would say.
Thanks, Chirayu. Now moving on to Ayushi, there is a question like Ranveer is asking, being a fresher and aiming for marketing and sales roles, how to gain edge in it. So he has not mentioned his campus. So can you answer in general
Um, sure.
for
So,
non-MICA people also? Like,
right. Like, I think one of the best ways is either to do certifications or to do live projects. And also, more than that, if you have certain academic projects as well, you can highlight those, right? So, with every marketing class, you will have certain, case studies that you have to solve, or sort of, presentations that you prepare, and that sort of structures your thinking. So when they're asking you like a case question in an interview, where they're like, okay, how will you ensure that the sales of this particular region can be greater than some other product, or how will you gain share of mind over some other one, or top of mind awareness, or anything like that. When you focus on your academics and when you sort of learn through that, you can structure your answers in a better way. That would always help you, show more competence over people who have work experience or can't answer it, basically. And as a fresher, obviously your biggest answer would be, oh, I'm bringing in fresh perspective. So in that, maybe you need to structure your thinking better. That's it.
I think that's a great answer. So now this question is for Yogesh. How to identify the right set of people to associate with in a B school?
Yeah. So for me, it was more like people found me. So yeah, sometimes what happened, you just have to be yourself. Then you'll attract the right set of crowd, which will match your vibe and which will also complement your skills with their skills. So it was like, so when I went into this MBA school, I tried to be a part of placement committee. I dropped in between, and then I was penalized with the first two interviews not being done for me. Okay, so that was also a part, but I understood that that is not my cup of tea, so I cannot do it. So it's better to stand for your decision and understand what is good for you. Then I was just thinking that what should I do? I'm not in clubs, I'm not in anything else. What should I do? Then one of a friend reached out to me for a case competition. I never knew that I could do case competitions more. I am good in that. I never knew that. Okay, so a person reached out to me, hey, do you want to participate in this case competitions with me? I'm like, okay, I was just open to everything. I was just giving try to everything. So I said, yeah, I'll participate. Then we participated, and in that we became the national finalist. Then that actually motivated me. Oh, this is something that I could try and go more into. So that's what I think, that if you have that energy in you, you be participative in classes, talk to many people, and understand what are the different people who are coming from different background. I think that's how you find the right people over there, and sometimes people find you. So yeah.
Great answer, Yogesh. Now, would be the last question for the event. So this is for Vishal, since you are from again Career Development Committee. So Sumit is asking how to improve the CV and what should we prepare in order to improve the CV and how to prepare that. So what are the basic requisites? Vishal, you are on mute.
Uh, so hi Sumit, I'll just tell you how the CV gets structured in a BE school. So it comes with the graduation or the graduation percentage, then comes with the HSC higher secondary and the senior secondary percentage. Then in the first part of the CV, you can highlight your top key achievements. After that comes, if you are a fresher, if you're a WorkX, then you can highlight about your WorkX and all. And if you are not a WorkX, if you are a fresher, then you can highlight about the different kind of projects which you have done, in your undergrad or in your school times. So that will be a good way of structuring the CV. And after that comes your certifications and achievements. So if you are good in some kind of sports, if you have won some national championships and all, you can highlight that. If you have participated in some kind of external events and you have won trophies and all, you can highlight that into your CV. If you are a fresher, and after that how to prepare for that. So for preparation of a CV, if you go get into a big school, there are various clubs and committees which will organize various kind of sessions, like especially for the marketing committee, they will organize in the start how does the marketing course works and what are the roles and domains. So you gradually get a delve of that, that okay, marketing works this way. Then you start finding out certifications and all. Acha, marketing works this way, so I need to do these certifications. After that you get different kind of life academic projects also from your professors. So in a term, like for different subjects, you will get different academic projects where you will interact with everyone, where you will surf through the internet. You get make a detailed report, you make a detailed PPT, and you submit it at the end of your semester. And you can highlight that too also in your CV. So that's how the CV building process starts. And after that, you gradually do live projects. You come into the second year after your internship. Your internship gets added on to your CV, and gradually it builds up till the time you come to your final placement. You will get a whole one pager CV, which you are to submit to the placement committee for your interviews and all. So that's how the CV building process goes on in various B schools. So yeah.
So actually, I have seen one more very relevant question for students. So this will be for all of you guys. So you need to rate from 1 to 3, like rank 1 to 3. So case competitions, placement committee, and academics. So we'll start again with Siddha.
Unfortunately for me, the case was first placement committee, second academics, third case com. I wish I focused more on case coms. Till the time I realized the importance of case com, it was too late because I did not have the bandwidth to take up that. But I wished I focused more on case com because case coms are a great opportunity for everybody to get into, sort of get an interview, get a PPO, get anything. So yeah, but that was my rating.
Chirayu, how would you rate case com, placement, and academics?
So it's an interesting question. When you'll be applying for the committees and club selection process, this is a question that you're generally asked as well. So how will you rate this? So it's a different answer that you're supposed to give there, but I would be honestly, I'd be saying that firstly, you should, in my opinion, one thing that I didn't do well was to focus on case competition. So I think first should always be case competition. Second would be academics, and then committees and clubs. But this is not the answer that you would give in those selection process. So it also depends on the clubs or committees that you're part of. So like Siddha said, she was a part of placement committee. She would get much time to prepare for case competitions and other things. So
So we'll ask the same question from Ayushi. Ayushi, what is your perspective?
Honestly, I think that's a very it's very individual to everybody. It's not something that you can generalize at all. Like there will be people, for example, who will do really, really well in case competitions, and there'll be people who do really, really well in say academics. But honestly, top of the mind for everybody should be placement. That is what you're here for. That is the goal to achieve, and that is basically the end line. So, I personally, for me, it would be placement, academic, case form.
Okay, moving on to Yogesh.
See, I very much agree with Ayushi. It can be different for different people, but of course, for me, it was case competitions, then placements, and then academic. I don't know. There is not much to do in academic. You need to study hard and get it, and the study structure and everything is really nice. You do not need to actually ratify or do things like that. You will understand things. It comes nicely, right? And what I've realized after MBA, it's more like a subconscious knowledge that you gain. A subconscious development happens in your personality which you do not remember that in Kotler I read this, so I'm implementing this thing, right? You have that thing built in yourself. MBA imbibes that vibe in you. Okay, so for me, of course, it was case competition. I was fresher. I didn't have much on my resume. I gave it a try and it was good. Actually, always I wanted to go for a brand management or a product management role. And I never knew that I could get, because these roles demand a lot of work experience in the similar industry. I was not really sure how to go there and do what. That's why I participated in case competitions like L'Oreal, Amazon, so that I have a resume points. Then I got 3 PPIs from case competitions from L'Oreal, from Amazon, and Asian Paints. And so actually that was good, but unfortunately, due to some reasons, those PPI didn't happen. I didn't interview for one of those company because I got placed before that. So that was another thing that happened. Okay, I don't know if I was lucky to get placed early or it was a sad moment for me, but yeah. So I got PPIs, and in my current role, I'm working as a product manager at Tata Communications. So getting into this broadman role was my whole interview was based on what product I suggested L'Oreal. So what customer journey was there, what problem statement I identified. So the whole lot of thing was discussed in the interview, and I think that is one of the reason I got selected for my product management role here, which was my interest. So yeah, I think case competition works well. It makes you learn a lot. You go and connect to so many leaders across different set of industry. We went into the international finale for L'Oreal as well, so we interacted with international audience as well. Okay, then you know how to work in an organization. During my case competition in L'Oreal, so in the international round, they gave a particular vendor for us who will make a PPT, who will make a video for us. So you know how to work with them, what these organizations want in their what communication you are giving it internationally. So that interaction you have, you get to know all the HRs of the company, and then you can reach out to them directly for referrals and all in future if you want. So of course there is a lot of benefit. You need from case competition, you understand how you structure your thoughts and how you take it forward. So there's a whole lot of things, but again, at the end, what suits you, go for it. Don't listen to people like case competition is good or placement is good. Try everything and think, figure out what is good for you, because everybody has their own choices and matches. So yeah.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Uh, Actually, we would like to close this session now. We have already passed 45 minutes. So thank you for all the audience to join us today on live session, and thank you for all the speakers to make out time for this workshop and give your perspective, your MBA journey, and talk about your B school and give your perspective to the students. And I would once like to repeat this again, that this is the last workshop of Thrive at B School. Now again next year we would be coming up with this series again. This is the end of it. Thank you once again. If you want to uh, understand more about the workshops, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow Grad Partners on LinkedIn. We will be coming more workshop related to resume building and case competitions. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
all thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.